This month we are celebrating the martyrdom of St. John the Baptist. And that gives us the opportunity to select Caravaggio's masterpiece in St. John's Co-Cathedral in Valletta, Malta, to illustrate the event. One of Britain's most renowned art critics has described Caravaggio's Beheading of John the Baptist as one of the 10 greatest works of all time. The painting is almost overpowering in its impact when first seen, and not least by its size, 17 feet by 12 feet, or 5.2 meters by 3.7 meters. Michelangelo Merisi was born on the 29th of September 1571 and was thus named after St. Michael, whose feast day it was. He lived for a time in Caravaggio near Milan, and thus he has forever been associated with that place. An artist of prodigious talent, he was feted by powerful art collectors. He never married, so there was no stable family life. Often in trouble with the police, it climaxed when he killed a man in a duel and had to flee Rome as he was charged with murder. He finally arrived in Malta, and in 1607 the Grand Master of the Knights of Malta inducted him as a knight. He completed this painting in 1608, yet by late August was arrested and imprisoned. He escaped, was expelled from the order, and left the island. But his legacy, the beheading of John the Baptist, remains to be admired by millions in the cathedral. The only painting he ever signed was one in the blood of John the Baptist. In only one other painting is significant blood shown, an early composition of Judith beheading Holofernes. You can't escape it in that situation. But in his other masterpieces depicting the Passion of Christ, especially Doubting Thomas putting his hand in the side of Christ, there is no blood. He never painted the crucifixion of Christ. Or did he? The painting we are looking at seems to be straightforward, but I don't think it is. And ultimately, what do you see? When we look at a painting every month, we say, "What do you see?" That is not a cliched comment. It is important that we let the painting speak to us, not to be influenced by others. That is especially true with Caravaggio's masterpiece. What does it say to you? My comments should only open up avenues of thought. This painting throws up more questions than answers. Why is the executioner drawing out a knife to kill John? There is blood on the ground, but only a trickle on the neck. John is still alive. From the pool of blood on the floor, Caravaggio has signed his name, Michelangelo, with either an F to signal that he is a brother of the order, or a cross, a symbol used to recognize someone's deceased. Is Michelangelo reflecting on his own death, which will happen in 2 years' time? Does the sword and the knife refer to his wild life in Rome and the need to flee after killing a man? Is this face of the Baptist a self-portrait of Caravaggio? There are striking similarities, as he painted himself in many of his masterpieces. Or is it the face of Christ? And we have the crucifixion that he never painted. The face has many similarities to Jesus' images in Caravaggio's paintings. Jutting out of the red cloak are the legs of a dead lamb. Is it referring to Jesus as the Lamb of God? Why put 2 prisoners in the prison cell when they are not looking at the impending execution? Unless it refers to the apathetic and indifferent attitude towards Christianity by Caravaggio, as shown by his lifestyle. Who is the elderly lady next to Salome, who is the only one in shock and horror with what is going to happen? Could it be Mary, the mother of Jesus, witnessing her son's death at a crucifixion that Caravaggio never painted? We see an archway behind the onlookers, and the onlookers provide another archway over the head of John. 2 other criminals view the scene from their cell, but the 2 criminals are not looking at the action. The sight line points to the hand of the jailer. Own the painting. What do you see?